The lights of the Tonight Show studio glowed brighter than ever that evening. The audience buzzed with excitement, whispering Gwen Stefani's name like a promise of something unforgettable. Backstage, Gwen adjusted the sleeve of her iconic outfit, staring at her reflection. She had done this 1,000 times. Talk shows, interviews, performances. Yet tonight felt different. Her manager leaned in. Easy interview. Laugh. Promote the album. Perform the single. 15 minutes. Gwen nodded, but something inside her felt tight. Moments later, the music hit. The curtains opened. Applause thundered. Jimmy Fallon bounced onto the stage with his trademark grin. "Ladies and gentlemen, Gwen Stefani!" She walked out smiling, waving, playing her role perfectly. They hugged. The crowd roared. At first, everything was light. They joked about old performances, fashion eras, viral moments. Gwen laughed. Jimmy laughed. The audience loved it. Then Jimmy glanced at his cue card. "So, Gwen," he said casually, "people online keep saying your new music feels disconnected from reality. Any thoughts?" The smile on Gwen's face flickered, but only for a second. "I think art evolves," she replied calmly. "It always has." Jimmy nodded, then leaned forward. "But some fans say you're ignoring where you came from, that you've lost touch." The room shifted. Gwen's laugh didn't come this time. "I don't agree with that," she said. "At all." Jimmy chuckled awkwardly. "Well, critics can be harsh, right?" But instead of moving on, he kept pushing. "Do you think fame ever makes artists forget their audience?" Gwen's eyes hardened, not angry yet, but alert. "I think fame makes people forget artists are human," she said. The audience murmured. Jimmy glanced toward the band, trying to lighten the mood, but the tension had already landed. "I'm just asking what people are saying," Jimmy replied, hands raised. "No offense." Gwen leaned closer to the desk. "Then maybe ask why people feel so comfortable tearing women down after decades of work." Silence. Cameras kept rolling. Producers stared at their monitors. Jimmy's smile tightened. Well, that escalated quickly. The joke didn't land. For the first time all night, Gwen stopped smiling completely. The air felt heavy now. Jimmy cleared his throat. "Hey, let's not make this serious. We're here to have fun." Gwen tilted her head. "Fun shouldn't come at someone's expense." The audience went quiet, too quiet for live television. Jimmy laughed nervously. "Come on, Gwen, you're a pro. You know how this works." That sentence did it. Gwen sat back, crossing her arms. "Yes," she said calmly. "I know exactly how this works." Her voice wasn't loud. That made it more powerful. "I know how women are expected to smile while being questioned about their relevance. I know how long careers are treated like punchlines." Jimmy tried to interrupt. Okay. "No," Gwen said, holding up her hand. "You asked. Let me answer." Gasps rippled through the crowd. "For 30 years, she continued, I've reinvented myself. Survived criticism, sexism, and industry politics. And tonight I came here to celebrate music, not defend my worth." Jimmy's face flushed. "That wasn't my intention," he said sharply. "But it was the impact," Gwen replied. The band stopped playing entirely. A producer's voice crackled in Jimmy's earpiece. "Move on, cut to commercial." Jimmy forced a smile. "Well, folks, let's—" But Gwen stood up. "No," she said again. "I'm done." The audience erupted, half shocked, half applauding. Security moved subtly closer to the stage. Jimmy stood as well, lowering his voice. "Gwen, sit down. We're live." She met his eyes. "Exactly." Then she turned to the audience. "I love you," she said. "But I won't stay where I'm not respected." The applause grew louder. A stage manager rushed over, whispering urgently. Seconds later, the cameras cut. Commercial break. Off-air chaos exploded. A producer snapped, "We're pulling her performance." Another shouted, "Escort her out!" Jimmy rubbed his face, visibly shaken. When Gwen returned to grab her bag, a security guard blocked her path. "I'm sorry," he said quietly. "We've been told to walk you out." She nodded, hurt but dignified. As she left the studio, applause from the audience could still be heard through the doors. And just like that, Gwen Stefani was kicked off The Tonight Show. By morning, the internet was on fire. Clips leaked. Hashtags exploded. "Respect Gwen. Fallon fail. She spoke truth. Opinions clashed everywhere. Some called Gwen too sensitive. Others called her brave. Late that night, Gwen sat alone in her hotel room, scrolling quietly. She didn't smile. She didn't cry. She just breathed. Her phone buzzed. A message from Jimmy. Didn't mean for it to go that way. Hope you're okay. She stared at it for a long moment, then locked her phone. The next day, Gwen posted a single message. I didn't walk out angry. I walked out honest. There's a difference. The post went viral. Days later, insiders leaked that producers had panicked. Ratings fears, sponsor pressure, damage control. Jimmy addressed it briefly on air. No hard feelings, he said. Misunderstandings happen. But Gwen never returned to the show. Months later, in an interview with a different host, she was asked about that night. She paused. Sometimes, she said softly, getting kicked out is actually being set free. The audience applauded. And somewhere deep inside the industry, a line had shifted. Because that night wasn't just about a clash. It was about a woman choosing dignity over silence. If this story moved you, like the video, subscribe, and comment below. Do you think celebrities should speak up, no matter the consequences?